Hi boys and girls, Miss Ewan. I hope you guys were able to watch the video of the reading of Sammy the Snail. I thought it was a really wonderful video about this snail who was really sad, but he met another snail that was able to help him figure out that sometimes we can make art when we are having maybe emotions that don't feel always good. Art can be something that we do when we feel great, and it can be something that we do to help us heal if we're not feeling great, right? So Sammy was able to do that by building those beautiful sand sculptures. Well, we are going to be making some snails. So this was our friend Sammy the Snail, right? He was so cute, sweet little smile. But we know when he got upset or sad, he would cry those sand tears and they would get caught in his shell and he would get sad. So Sammy the Snail, we're going to talk about shapes a little bit. He's got this round shell on his back, and then the snail kind of uses the shell as its home, right? And then, so the first project we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a page full of snails. So there's another artist that I really liked, and her name is Michelle Norris. And Michelle Norris likes to make, and you can see here, a bunch of fun and silly little snails. And how she does it, she makes all different kinds of animals this way. We're gonna make snails this way today. So she kind of makes like a shape. These are all done with watercolors. And then you can see up here, she's got her black kind of pen marker, and she's got a white pen marker. So you can do this with watercolors, or you could do it with colored pencils or crayons or markers as well. So I'm gonna kind of show you both ways to do it. Okay. So we're gonna start, we know that a snail, I'm gonna move my camera down here to my paper. We know that a snail has kind of two basic shapes. So again, you can look at Sammy. Sammy's got this round shape and kind of this blobby shape. I don't know if you've ever actually picked up a snail, but they really are kind of like blobby and amorphous. Their bodies kind of move around and have these different shapes. So you can use a piece of paper, and you can use this like beautiful drawing paper, but if you don't even have drawing paper, there's no reason you can't do it in a notebook, just on lined paper like this. I get some of my kids send me work on this, and that is awesome because you use what you have. So you can make, you know, round shapes. If you're using watercolor, it's fun to like maybe layer your different colors. You can make like the blobby shape. So we're gonna be making some shapes with the watercolors, and then we're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna be finishing the drawings with pen or marker. So you can make big ones, big shells like this. Whoop. You can make little shells. It's fun to just make shapes sometimes. Make some tall shells. So tall. You can make these kind of shells. Alright, you can remember if you're using watercolors, you could overlap. Ooh, I kind of like painting on this lined paper. It's kind of nice. Alright, so you can make all those shapes that way. You can also, we're going to put that to the side, you can also use colored pencils if you have those, and you can make these same shapes, like long, skinny shapes. Make the same shapes we were just making with watercolors with colored pencil. You know, and people don't always think about this, but you can overlap colored pencil and get some like mixed colors, almost like you're painting, get some pretty cool colors happening. It's kind of a Sammy the Snail colored one here. Add a little purple to this guy. There he is. Okay, make one more. Nice round shape up here. And see, when I'm coloring things, I like to draw the shape first and then I go back in and fill in my colors. Okay, so I have this one over here that I already did, so hopefully there's some we can work on here. So now we're going to do kind of like Michelle Norris did, and this is fun. So this is like my blank canvas. I'm going to go back and start adding some lines and details. And we know this guy is kind of, you can see him, he's kind of, I'm going to add some antennas and a nice little face and a swirl. I could add some lines here. That's fun. To make that swirl for the shell. Maybe I could add some polka dots for his body. I'm gonna go back and look. Let's take a look at what Michelle Norris did. That might be a fun way to think about. Oh, there's her white pen. I don't have a white pen, but I do have white colored pencil. These are still a little damp. This guy could just have like a little swirl on the top. Maybe his eyes come in like this. Almost like a little crabby or something. Lines on the bottom. There's another little snail. Oh, this one's kind of silly. I could do this one, some lines coming down like this. Maybe the eyes are coming around like this. He's got a big smile. That guy's kind of silly and fun. This guy could have a really tight swirl. Goes around and around and around. Maybe a really straight, long body with stripes on it. This guy's got eyelashes. That's kind of fun. All right, so you can do that. Sort of inspired by Michelle Norris, and then you can do the same kind of things with your watercolor. I'm just using a black Sharpie. Sharpies would probably be the easiest to do. You could probably use other black markers. Definitely on the watercolor. I don't know about on the colored pencil how well a regular black marker might have a hard time. But same idea here, drawing the big shell with all different kinds of polka dot patterns. My daughter just made a snail out of clay. If you have Play-Doh or clay, you can make a snail out of Play-Doh or clay. Hello. What's the snail's name?
Pinky.
It's Pinky. Hi, Pinky. All right. And then if you just wanted to draw one big snail and not do a bunch of little snails, there's a really fun way to do that too. And that you could just draw your really big snail. And maybe think of a way to decorate your big snail with some patterns on its shell. And then you can go back in and add, this could be a flower pattern on this guy's shell. And you could just go back in, especially if you were able to do this with a permanent marker of some kind. You can go back with the watercolors. You know, that's something that we would probably do if you were in my class. You know how much Miss Human loves her Sharpies. You could just do one big snail with some beautiful colors on that guy, okay?
Oh, I like that.
So those are your options. Gives you a bunch of options to just have fun making your snails this week. Thinking about how art can be a really great place for you to go and something to do if you're having a lot of emotions, and it's a good place to work up some of those things out. All right, bye everybody.